Yo, what is up guys? It's Pedro here, and in today's video I'll be going over the rumor that the Washington Commanders are interested in trading for Colts running back Jonathan Taylor. If I think it's a possibility, how much I think we would have to give up for it, and more. I'll also go over the injury report for this week against the Philadelphia Eagles. If you guys are new, please subscribe. We're close to 12,000 subscribers. Hit that like button, that notification bell as well. All right, so let's get started with the Jonathan Taylor rumor. So this is from Destin Adams. And, he's a Colts beat reporter, so he is in the know with the Colts. If you're a Colts fan and let me know if he's reliable or not. But he says the following teams have expressed interest in trading for Colts running back Jonathan Taylor: Dolphins, Packers, Chiefs, Commanders, Bills, Rams, and the Steelers. He says Adams reports that the Colts continue to listen to offers as they come in, and if a team is willing to meet their asking price, they're willing to entertain Taylor's request to be traded. So obviously, Jonathan Taylor is an absolute beast. He would be, even though I really like Brian Robinson, I think he would be the best running back on this team. There's really no doubt about it. I mean, his rookie year, he averaged 5 yards a carry, 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns. 2021 was insane. 1,800 yards, 5.5 yards a carry, 18 touchdowns. And then in 2022, only played in 11 games, 861 yards, 4.5 yards carry, and 4 touchdowns. Not a huge receiving back, but he got you 360 yards and 2 touchdowns in 2021. I mean, he had well over 2,000 yards from scrimmage in 2021. He's a beast. When healthy, he is a top 5 running back in this league, I believe. But I don't think that we would need. I just don't think we need to trade for him, because I think they're looking for a second round pick plus. And then also he is a free agent. So while trading for him, if he's going to play for you, you're going to have to restructure that deal. We have a lot of free agents this offseason. We've got, Chase Young, Montez Sweat, Kendall Fuller, I believe Curtis Samuel, Cameron Curl. There's a lot of guys that are going to be free agents. Cody Barton, I don't think we need to bring him back, but he's going to be a free agent. I know I'm missing some, Jacoby Brissett, guys, a lot of free agents that we're going to try to bring back, especially guys like, Chase Young, Montez Sweat, Cam Curl. They're, going to try to bring those guys back. And, Kendall Fuller and Curtis Samuel, those 5 guys, I think I meant, listed 5 or 6 guys there. They're going to try to bring at least half of those guys back. And if you pay Jonathan Taylor what he wants, which is probably going to be 12, 13 mil a year over a few years, you're not going to be able to really pay those guys. And combine that with Brian Robinson playing amazing. I mean, he's third in yards per attempt with 47 carries through 3 weeks with 4.6 yards an attempt, which is really good for him, especially, this offensive line isn't terrible at run blocking, but, it's still good to do it behind this offensive line. And he's also first in football in 16 rushes for a first down. So shout out to Brian Robinson. That's really, really good day against the Buffalo Bills. 10 carries, 70 yards. They didn't feed him. I really think in this Eagles game, this is I'm going to do keys to victory tomorrow, but this is just a little bit of a preview for that. I know they've got a great run defense, but you got to try to run the ball a little bit. Take the ball out of Sam. Try to limit the amount of times you give Sam Howell to make a mistake, because in that Bills game, it was a little bit too much. And if they would have ran the ball a little bit more, it would have helped out, and Sam Howell wouldn't have had to drop back as many times against that really good defensive line. This defensive line is really good. It's good against the run, but also really good at pass rushing. And if you drop back a ton, Sam Howell is going to be in a lot of trouble. So, he's going to make adjustments. I think he's going to be better, but it could be a similar result if they run the ball only 10 times, which is ridiculous with Robinson. He needs 15 plus carries. And then Gibson, I don't need to see him getting any carries. Literally line him up as a receiver. And if you want, you can give Chris Rodriguez a couple carries. But Brian Robinson should get at least 15 carries, but I'm saying 17, 18. And if the game script starts to go a little bit off and they're up by a lot, okay, that's understandable. That doesn't mean you can't run the ball at all. And it was working last game early on, and they just went away from it. And that, to me, I wasn't a huge fan of it. But that's why I just don't think we need Jonathan Taylor. You're going to have to give up a second round pick, or second or third, or second and of fourth or something, or 2/3. we don't need to do that. We have a good running back in Brian Robinson, and you give up that, draft capital, you're also going to have to pay him. And we have a good running back here in Brian Robinson, and we have other holes to fill instead of running back. Like if we had if we give up a second round pick, well, hey, there's a pick that we can't spend on offensive line or tight end or whatever position we want to spend on, because I think first round could potentially, if it's not quarterback, if Sam Howell looks good, they could go O-line there. I think O-line needs to be a priority this offseason. Whoever is in charge, whether it's, Rivera, Mayhew, Hurney, or someone completely new, they need to work on the offensive line for sure, because even though some of the metrics show they're not as bad as the sack show, or all of the metrics show that they're better than what the sacks show, they still aren't great. You don't have one like really good offensive lineman there. I think Cosme has a chance to be, but yeah, that's kind of what I want to talk about there. And then now injury report: Percy Butler limited with the foot injury for both days. I think he'll be fine, but who knows? Chris Rodriguez was limited on Wednesday, did not practice on Thursday. I don't get why you would, with an illness, I don't get why you would practice when you're sick. I mean, for me, if I'm a coach, yeah, I mean, you want to have these guys, get the installs in and stuff like that, but I don't want my guy who's sick to get these other guys sick, so I would have him out, and I guess that's what they did today, or he just got worse. He'll be fine for the game. If he's not, it's not a huge deal. They'll bring Alex Arma, and he'll, play. Some good news with Logan Thomas. He was limited on Wednesday, fully good to go on Thursday, so he should be playing this week. And then Emmanuel Forbes, elbow injury, I guess, but he practiced in full both days. And then Benjamin St. Juste with a neck injury, practiced in full both days. So if I had to predict, St. Juste, Forbes, Logan Thomas, and Chris Rodriguez will all play. Percy Butler will be listed as questionable. I could see Chris Rodriguez listed as questionable as well. I think everyone will play. Eagles, their injury report, full one, will come out tomorrow with the injury designations. They're not dealing with a ton, although their slot cornerback, Avonte Maddox, is out for the year, and that's why they had to put Bradbury in the slot against the Bucs. But yeah, overall, I don't think we need Jonathan Taylor. Would love to have him on the team. He's an explosive back. He's really good, and seems like a good guy as well. But the combination of, we got Brian Robinson, who's been good. We have other holes to fill. We don't need trading second round or third round pick for him. Just I don't think it makes a ton of sense. Plus, you're gonna have to pay him, which is gonna take money away from other guys that you could bring in. So, or your own guys that are gonna be free agents this coming free agency. So yeah, man. Also, guys, make sure there's a couple days left in the Jahan Dotson giveaway. If you guys want to win a Jahan Dotson signed jersey or a Sam Howell signed jersey, go ahead and download the Mojo Fantasy app. Just tell me in the comment section you did it, and you have a chance to win those two items and some tickets. So go ahead and do it. It's free, even if it's in a state that's not eligible.